ladies, I just want to share this little card with you. It's like the what I call the tent fold in the portrait style. I just thought it was lovely. It's using our a new set that we have out at the moment for September. This is the kit. It's beautiful. It has, you make 12 cards that look like this, so that when you pull it, ta-da, little easel cards already made, and you just stamp and put them together. I think it's just wonderful. The stamp set is just fantastic. It actually has two stamps in it. I'll just move that out of the way for a minute. And this is what's inside. Let me put some place come down under here. They come like this. They actually come attached, but after seeing Laura Beecham, and she said, just cut your stamps. Yep, that's exactly what I did. So I've cut this one from off of here. So now I just have the words, and I have that separate. But you can actually line them back up and put them back together. But for this purpose, this card was just the way I wanted it, with just those flowers. So as you can see, it's a really great stamp set to have with the card. You can buy the pack separate, you can buy them both together, or you can buy the stamp set separate. It's, you know, up to you what you'd like to do. And I will have another card coming up later on, just using just these ones, which are just the flowers themselves, the solids, not the outline that you can colour in like these ones here. Anyway, let's get crack-a-lackin'. So to make this card here, what you will need is, I've already pre-cut the card. Now, if I'm going to cut the cards down, I always cut them at 4 inches by 11 inches. That gives me a 5.5 by 4 inch card. I think a 1/4 inch is neither here nor there, because you end up getting 3 cards out of 1 sheet of cardstock instead of just 2 cards. And it's a no-brainer. You just make it that way. So that's how I've done this one. So that's that there. Now, I've also cut the front panel, so that's 4 inches by 5.5. The front panel here measures 3 inches by 5.5. The little side panel, that bit there, so you can have it dark or light side, your choice. I'm going to go dark side with this one. That measures 1 inch by 5.5. A little bit of glitter, which I think I've squished a bit, but I'll have to live with that, is about 5/8 of an inch by, I think this one here measures nearly 6 inches. No, 5 3/4. It just gave me enough room to put onto here our basics, our scallop border. So I'm using the solid, not the cutout. And I'm also using, for the circle, our basic circles here. But I've actually put the 1.5 and the 2 inch together, so that when they cut out, they'll give me that frame there. And you'll also need just an extra piece of cardstock to just stamp on the other 2 flowers. Then you colour them in and cut out around them. So let's get started. We'll do our cutting first to get that out of the way. Oh, I've got everything going everywhere. So I'll bring up the big shot. You see, please don't cut on this side. Was doing my heading, because I went to do some silver foil, and because it had been cut on, when the silver foil went through, it actually damaged the foil, so I was a little bit cheesed off. So I've got a plate now that you do not cut on. So you just lay them on like so. And then we'll cut them out. Yeah, I'll move this out the way now. Right, so we'll get rid of that bit. We don't need that. We actually don't need the circle, but you can use that for something else. And then you just pop out your circle. So there it is there, and I'll put that aside, so I'll put that back in the packet so I don't lose it. I've got a class tonight, I'm going to teach this in the class. So I need to put all these away. So there's our pieces already pre-cut. Now we will just take our front panel piece here and a piece of cardstock. Now we're going to be stamping this in archival ink because we're going to be colouring it with shin hand markers. So you just take this one. That's why my things look a bit grotty, because we made this in class. Now you're just going to take this and anywhere you fancy, mostly down the bottom, and you're just going to stamp and up. And then you're going to get your shin hand markers. Now I've used a variety of colours here. Most of my ends have worn off. I've got leaf green, I think that one was yellow, that one there is cherry, I don't know, cherry pink I think, a tender pink, pastel green, and the orange, light orange. They're just the colours I've chosen to colour in today. So we'll quickly colour this in. They've got good ends on. So just the green. I wanted to give this one to my mum for her birthday, but then I realised I needed it and I hadn't made a second one, so I couldn't do it. Now sometimes when I'm colouring in, if the flower is, if the ink's not quite dry enough, sometimes the lighter colours can make the black bleed, so I have a tendency just to dot so that I don't, as this one's just done. Sometimes you need to let it just dry that little bit longer. That's okay. I don't know why it does it, but anyway, it does. Right. We'll take our yellow. I want to colour that little one there in yellow. Going to colour this one here in the, just do little dots. And then the light green inside the flower. You're not going to see most of this flower anyway, but just in case. Just having a spaz today. Anyway, that bit's done. The next thing we're going to be using, now this little one here, oh, and I've taken it up to the box, is called Short and Sweet. This, the birthday greeting, it's just a little happy birthday. Now when you go to put it on, just let me lift this up. You take your image, your circle, and you lay it on where you'd like it to sit. And then you're just going to stamp your little short and sweet into the middle. Hopefully that's straight. Yes! Ka-ching! And you're going to pop that aside for a minute, and we're going to get some 3D foam dots, which I've put up in my other container again, and I'm waiting for another lot to come, so we'll use these ones today. Just put some little foam. You only want about 3 of them, you don't need many. No, maybe I'll put 4 on. So you just need it like that. Peel these off. These are not ours. I feel terrible using contraband, but like I said, I've got them up in the other room. And then you're just going to lay that onto there like so. And then you're going, now we'll stamp out the other flowers. I've already got them done, but I'll just show you how to quickly stamp them out. So you take the next lot of full ones and you're just going to stamp that there, and then this one. So that's the 3 different flowers, and just stamp that onto there like so, and then colour them in. Oh, I've already done that. I didn't want you to have to wait. So here are my flowers already done. So we're going to take this one and place it onto the top. See how it changes the look of the thing already? So just a little bit of adhesive runner on the back of that. And attach that to there, like so. And then with this one, I'm just going to cut off these leaves here. And just add some tape runner to the back of that. And I'm going to tuck that one. Oh no! Excuse me while I move a foam dot. Not where it should be. There we go. That was in there, just nice. Ka-ching! There we are. Now this one will just slip in under here like so. And then the little leaves here, if you want, we can just have them tucked into here. Like so. There we are. So that just gives it a different look. So that part of the card's all finished. Now to put the rest together. So we're going to take our card. I'm going to shut up the black ink before we end up with trouble. And I love our new tape runners. They are so good. So this is just going to go, actually if we take it from the fold down, if it's too long it's easy to trim off. Just add that to the front. Work out where this is going to sit. Yep. And we're going to use the 3D foam again. Because you want this to just like, it's just sitting up off the card. This is going to be too high, but I'll live with it today. And then you're just going to mount this onto the front of your card. I need to be able to see it better. Just like that. And then we just put some tape runner onto our and just add that into here. That can just slip just slightly underneath, so that there's no white gaps. And, oh, I've got ink on it. Oh, there you go. Don't get ink on it. So that's how easy it is to make. So I hope you enjoyed this little project. Till next time, keep on creating, and bye for now.